Well, the food is on the table, so you can start going.
Wow.
Mom, you made my favorite dishes. Prawn patia and the dal, the yellow dal.
I
that love.
remembered how you loved it when you were a little baby. So I said, today I'm going to make
You know,
this.
Sunil, this reminds me of my grandmother, my
Please
maternal
start.
grandmother, and she used to make this for me all the time.
Super.
And this is my
but
favorite
you've
dish.
told me how we'll take rice, then we'll put dal
Yes,
on
so
top
let
of it,
me-
and then we'll put the
let
prawn.
me do it
Yeah,
first time
do it
for you,
so that
huh?
we eat it right.
I'm just digging in, huh? Don't mind me because I am starving.
Very good. But that's it. Thank you.
Now, just get the dal over it. You can pour as much of dal as you want.
Okay.
It's delicious, so you can pour
It's
quite a
called
lot.
pili dal, and it has this fried onions over it
Yes.
with this delicious hint of ghee.
Yeah, pure ghee.
And pure ghee.
Which is supposed to be very healthy these days. eh?
Yes.
Completely. And something you would enjoy eating.
This is called actually Dhandar Patya. So I'm going to help you, serve you a little bit, because this is the way actually it is put out.
Yes, and the prawns are looking a nice, luscious, nice
Because
size.
I cooked it, my dear.
But rubbish, you don't
What?
cook.
Of
you
course.
can't cook.
He has to
Bhaskar.
be.
He did.
He
Yes,
has to
this
be,
prawn
yes.
dish was made by me. I added the water.
Then I'm not so sure about the taste. It looks good, but I'm not so sure about the taste. You know what I love about
It is
today?
fish, but I'm just pulling a leg.
I love the fact that it's all seafood. It's something I enjoy eating the most because it's really healthy.
Farah, it's seafood, S-double-E.
And
There's
eat
no
food.
A in your seafood. Please.
So, Sunil, tell me something. We're talking about, you have got 2 girls, I've got 3 girls. My girls don't cook, but what about yours?
Savri does, and Savri is a good cook. But more importantly, I think initially most families like ours want a son. You know, the older generation. Today, of course, we are moving on ahead. And I also, when I got 2 daughters, and I said, my God, you know, I wish if I had one son, one daughter.
Complete family.
Vamp family. But as they grew older, let me tell you, and I'm not saying it because I've got 2 daughters, I haven't missed a boy in the house at all. Because I find that women are far more affectionate, far more caring, regardless of whether they get married or they don't get married. They do not forget the relationship that are there with parents. I'm not saying all sons, but many sons then move away and almost a lot of them begin to ignore the old relationships.
Yeah.
And women
And,
are
and the
loving.
women are just so much educated. I've started making films now.
Yes, didn't you make a women empowerment
Yeah,
film?
I've
Sunil?
just made two 60-second films, which has almost had about 4.5 lakh hits on YouTube. And it's a question of saying, it's kind of anti-dowry, but we say, I've changed the line of Beti Padhao and Beti Badhao kind of thing. It is actually, we are saying, you know, like, oh no, Beti, and we are doing it, but the education is what is going to make them stand up. So there was a young guy in somebody's home who came across from the village, and he was relating a story of how a young girl over there, when they asked for the dowry, she actually told her in-laws, well, I bought your son after giving you the dowry. My parents have bought your son. So I said, that idea is so powerful. Then we went on to make a film, because what this lady says is that there's a scooter which has come in her dowry, and the father says they're going out, the boy and the girl, and the father says, well, I have to go and I'm going to use the scooter. So the boy is a little namby-pamby in it, you know, and he doesn't know what to tell his father. And she says, look, I have bought your son. If you ask politely, आपको मिलेगा इस्तेमाल करना scooter भी और बेटा भी. And that's how it ends. So a lot of people,
Well said,
it appeared in a lot of international papers, in Australia, the Guardian UK and Guardian in UK and all. But one question they asked was, are you supporting dowry? Because I was, you know, she's getting angry because you've asked, but therefore you're agreeing with dowry. And I said, no, all you can do is you can shame anyone who wants to ask for dowry by saying you're now putting your son on sale. It's not a right anymore. You cannot ask for a dowry because I have a boy. Put him up in the market if you're not, and say highest bidder. I almost wanted to put a price tag around each boy saying, you know, 5 lakh, go to the Mela and buy someone who is the
But
cheapest.
these
coming back
days-
to food, we have to come back to food because I have to tell you, Sunil, even though you partially cooked this, it's delicious. So it's amazing.
What do you mean, even though?
No, because you just said that
He
I
helped,
cook. You
he
were
Yeah,
helped
but
by,
don't say even
by
though.
passing the
But just-
spoon.
By passing the spoon, okay. But I think I want to ask you, tell me something. What is your favorite dish that Maya cooks for you?
Maya makes, for me, she has 1 or 2 things. One is, of course, Hyderabadi prawns. It's outstanding. Then there's a Hyderabadi dal, which is also a peeli dal. but it's cooked in a Hyderabadi style with the round red chilies which stay there for flavor.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. And most importantly is the Began ka bharta in the house. I have not eaten that Began ka bharta in any home to date. Maya learned the fact that Sanjay was a great cook was when they were shooting for Tipu Sultan. I mean, Sanjay would cook and Maya and they were all staying in the same hotel and they'd all wait for Sanjay to cook as well. So I think your entire family, other than...
Runs in the family.
No, it doesn't. This one, it runs out, but all the same, it runs in the rest of the family.
But I really,
Of course,
I
I
love
don't...
to eat. Somebody has to eat. Let me tell you a funny story. My spouse, Akhil, cooks really well, okay? And I never enter the kitchen. Now, when we first got married many years ago, 18 years ago, I decided that I can't spoil him and try and be the doting wife saying, "Are you hungry? Let me fix you something." So I decided then and there that why should I shatter all his dreams? Because I don't want him to tell me 20 years from now, you used to cook and now you don't cook. So I decided never to enter the kitchen. So the first day we got married and he said, "John, I'm hungry. Can you get me something?" I said, "John, you know where the kitchen is. Go get it yourself." Until
Women's
today...
lib.
But she's right.
Until today, Akhil cooks the most amazing food, and you have to try his keema. His keema pao is the mincemeat preparation, which is to die for. It's
But
like
Farah, mainly in the world, even the guys are one of the best cooks.
they say the best chefs.
Yeah,
are
best
men.
chefs.
True,
They
I agree.
enjoy it.
No, I'm just saying, for instance, she didn't want to fix Akhil's food, but she wanted to fix Akhil. So that she has done. But all I'm saying, it's a lot easier when you're not a good cook like me or like Farah. Say, of course I'll make you a meal and let your husband eat it and he'll never ask you again to cook another meal for him rather than telling him to go. But if you're a good cook, you've had it because he'll say, now you go and cook it again.
This or
If
that.
you're not good at something, Farah, one lesson I've learned, saying, yes, of course I'll do it. And your wife will stop asking you and your husband will say,
again.
"Ye nahi." No, I'm not going to ask her because she'll again make that horrible stuff and knock the hell out of me.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed the meal, truly.
I loved it. I've eaten more than you can ever imagine. I'm full.
It's fantastic.
You are such a
Always
sweet
your
friend.
ghar ki murgi.
Ghar ki murgi, dal barabar.
I'm ghar ki
Dal barabar.
See, between two feminine, I've already become a murgi instead of a murga. They're going to knock the hell out of me.
And now I've got something special planned for you.
Wow.
Wow. I thought this was it.